You may have bought an insurance policy several years ago, or you may have bought it recently. The same questions apply to you. One, do you really understand what you bought? Number two, are you monitoring the performance of that product? Three, are you up to date on information requirements and service parameters that will make you manage this product really well, not just for yourself, but more importantly, for your loved ones? If these questions are bothering you, it may be a good idea to watch this video. Hello mga ka-RFF, this is again Rex Mendoza from Rapper Financials. I hope you're all doing well and thriving within the pandemic. Siguro na-disturb ang iba sa inyo dun sa mga tanong ko kanina sa ating introduction. And why not? You know, there are times when we buy life insurance, we have policies, and we sometimes take them for granted. Over time, we just pay the premiums and we don't even know where we stand, what the benefits are. And worse, baka nga hindi natin pinapaalam sa ating mga mahal sa buhay, hindi man lang natin sila nabibigyan ng abiso just in case what they need to do if the untoward incident happens. So again, this is a wake-up call to many, and I hope this will be beneficial to a lot of you because we can take action, and this is probably the best time to do it. Why do we need to do these checks? Why do we need to just all of a sudden, become interested and put things on the table? Number one, we have to have value for money. We bought those products knowing that they have very important benefits. Sulit ba ang ginasta natin? Or sulit ba ang pagbabayad natin ng premium hanggang ngayon? So we have to be able to set that value for money question. Number two, kailangan alam natin, how is the product performing? Alam nyo para dun sa mga bumili ng mga BUL, is it performing up to par? Alam nyo, yung dating binigay sa inyo, proposal yun, projections. That's not exactly how you're going to be doing. Today is already the reality side to it. Sa pagdaan ng ilang taon at ilang panahon, you would have experienced something different from that proposal. You have to know where you stand. You have to know how your product is performing. And I'm not just talking about VULs, guys. Dapat, alam nyo rin, yung mga dating bumili ng participating policy, yung mga dating bumili ng mga endowment policy at whole life policy, even term policies. Ano ba talaga ang mga obligasyon nyo? At ano din ang mga karampatang benepisyo na matatanggap natin sa mga insurance companies na pinagbilhan natin ng mga produktong ito. Pag pinapabayaan natin sila, we might even forget certain benefits that would have accrued to us, and because we don't take on this responsibility, nasasayang po ang ibang mga benepisyong ito. In fact, relevant sa iba sa inyo, bumili ng tinatawag na participating policy na bigyan ng promise na 10 years to pay. Tapos all of a sudden, 15 years na, nagbabayad pa. Kasi hindi mo chinecheck. Dapat pala huminto ka na magbayad. Yung iba naman, may mga hindi naiintindihan. Akala nila 10 years to pay, yung tinatawag palang self-support, kakaiba pala dun sa sinasabing paid up. And that's the reason why you have to check where your policy is as of the moment and how it kind of stacks up. Lastly, and most importantly, we bought this product and service for the benefit of our loved ones. Ang tanong, alam ba nila ang tungkol sa mga benepisyong ito? Alam ba nila ang gagawin just in case something happens to you? Kung hindi nila alam at ikaw lang ang nagtatago ng policy mo, baka dumating ang panahon, hindi man lang sila makapag-claim dahil hindi nila alam ang napaka-importanteng produkto at benepisyo na binili mo para sa kanila. This is unfortunate, but this is a reality for many of us. We didn't understand the product when we bought it. Siguro, either nahihiya tayo magtanong or nagtiwala tayo ng buo dun sa financial advisor na nagbebenta sa atin. In which case, we didn't really have to understand it too much because they are going to be there anyway. Meron naman, sa totoo lang, nakakaintindi, na-appreciate ang policy. Pero sa tinagal ng panahon, nakalimutan mo na din. Bayad ka lang ng bayad ng premium, nakalimutan mo na ang mga detalye. Number 3, yung financial advisor na pinagkatiwalaan natin, suddenly just dropped out of the business. Alam nyo, ang bigat ng revolving door sa financial services industry. Many of these consultants, many of these advisors come and go. So ang nangyayari, pag hindi tayo masyadong pumili ng tinatawag nating career financial advisor and they drop out of the business, sino na rin ang magseserbisyo sa atin? So many of us are actually orphans. Ibig sabihin, meron pang insurance policy, wala na ang nagbenta sa atin nun. Number 4, we get reports but we don't know how to read them. Di ba karamihan sa atin quarterly, semi-annually or annually napapadalahan ng reports. Pero pagtingin mo sa report, hindi mo nga alam, masyadong technical. Ano ba talaga yung coverage? Ano ba talaga yung fund value ko? Alam niyo po, there might be a better way of presenting this, pero karamihan po talaga ng insurance companies medyo complex. Minsan kung hindi mo talaga alam basahin, hindi mo nga alam kung ano ang fund value mo at ano ang coverage mo. At ano pa ang kailangan mong bayaran. Minsan kailangan mag-mix and match ka pa ng mga numero. Also, we stop getting reports. Dati tumatanggap ka ng report. Ngayon hindi na. Was there anything that happened? Did you fail in terms of a premium payment? It can get you worried. And lastly, at ito po nangyari sa iba sa atin, yung tatanggap ka ng sulat, it pertains to a certain policy you bought in the past and you don't even remember and it just tells you, pag hindi mo binayaran, maglalapse na yung policy mo. Or sasabihin sa'yo, umutang na kami for you kasi hindi mo binayaran and we took out an automatic premium loan because you weren't able to pay your premium. So, as far as you're concerned, nagbayad ka. So, syempre, itong mga ganitong bagay, it causes alarm bells to ring. And that's the reason why you're prompted, ngayon, kailangan mong check-in. You know, all of these things shouldn't even happen in the first place if we were serviced well or if we understand everything. Alam ko, we are where we are and hindi na natin kailangan to cry over spilled milk. The issue now is what do we do about this and how do we go forward? Again, wala na pong sisihan. I don't want you to blame that financial advisor. I don't even want you to blame that company. Let us take a very proactive stance to protect ourselves, to protect the benefit that we have bought in the first place, to make sure that it performs for us, and ultimately fulfill the objective that we set it up to do. So, what are musts now? Number 1, subukan nyo po to enroll now in all the digital portals. Many of these companies are now telling policyholders, ihinto na namin yung billing statements nyo, ihinto na namin itong mga prompts na ganito, yung mga sulat na ganyan. Meron na kaming tinatawag na customer portal. Doon na kayo kailangan mag-login, doon nyo na makikita ang data in real time. Now, whether you like it or not, you have to do that. Because once they move the platform to digital, tapos hindi mo ginawa, para kang blindsided. Hindi mo alam ang mangyayari. So please, enroll in these digital portals. And if necessary, update your information. See, karamihan sa mga yan, old database. Di ba? Old database at maaring nagbago ka ng address, nagbago ka ng telepono, nagbago ka ng email, lahat yan i-update mo. Kasi pag hindi mo yan in-update at mali ang information ng kumpanya, mahihirapan ang iyong mga beneficiaries. I will tell you, there are times when ang pagkakamali dun sa encoding ng data. Kasi remember, when you bought the policy, baka hindi pa digital ang system ng insurance company mo. When they migrated, they hired encoders. kung mali ang pagka-type ng pangalan mo, mali ang pagka-type ng address mo, this will cause your policy to have the wrong information, and ergo, the service to you will certainly suffer. Number 2, whether you're in that digital platform or not, please check your policy information today. Get in touch with your insurance company and ask for an update. Kung nandyan pa ang inyong agent, kausapin natin sila so that we get updates of our certain situation. Huwag na tayong mag-intay ng end of the quarter, huwag na tayong mag-intay ng end of the year. Let's ask for an update today para malaman natin. Kasi alam nyo, kung iintayin nyo na naman ang quarterly at half year at full year, magkakalimutan na naman tayo. Check, ano ang premium payments? Are you up to date or may na-miss ka ba? Kasi alam nyo ma-miss mo lang yung isang buwan, hindi mo alam. Inutang yun ng kumpanya. Babayaran mo yung susunod na buwan, hindi yun i-apply doon sa inutang mo. Because that now is called an automatic premium loan. You will now have to pay for that separately. And if you don't settle it, you're actually going to be paying interest on it. Yan ang problema natin. Now, in other policies, it can be automatic. I don't know what your particular policy is, so please check your premium payments. Are you up to date? Or did you miss anything? Or is there an automatic premium loan na nag-accumulate ng interest for you? Kasi ang susunod yung matatanggap na sulat, termination or lapsation letter agad. So kailangan we have to protect ourselves from being in this particular situation. So let us try to see what the situation is with regard to our premium payments. Next, benefits. Alam nyo, maraming bumili in the past na meron palang payout after 5 years, after 10 years, nakalimutan na nila. Hindi nila nabasa. Meron palang after sort of 20 years, dapat may return of premium. Kasi hindi mo siningil yung kumpanya. Minsan, hindi naman lahat ng insurance company nagbo-volunteer na, oy, Mr. Policyholder, ito po yung benefit mo. Hindi ganun eh. Diba? Minsan, you will have to claim for that benefit. It's not automatic. So, kailangan alam mo kung kailan ka magke-claim. And worse, meron namang mga forward-looking insurance companies who seek out their beneficiaries, who seek out their policyholders. Ang problema, old address pala na padala, hindi mo sila in-update. So, paano? Sayang ang benefits. You have to look at those benefits, see what you qualify for, and get them and enjoy them immediately. Lastly, especially for those who bought VUL or unit-linked policies, checkin nyo nga po ang inyong fund value. Checkin nyo ang inyong fund value kasi uulitin ko, yung binigay sa inyong proposal, hindi na masusunod yun. Those are for illustration purposes only. Ang talagang basihan ng fund value mo is yung totoong experience ng policy today. So tingnan mo, magkano na ba yan? Tingnan mo kung na-approximate niya yung promise before. Kasi kung hindi, kailangan baguhin mo din ang pananaw mo when it comes to your future benefits. Worse, you might not be able to retire at the right time because ito palang produktong ito ang inaasahan mo and it's not performing pala. So, what do? You might have to augment it to make sure that you match up with the objectives you've set in buying this policy. Next, understand and appreciate how you can get good service. Alamin mo, ano ngayon ang emails na kailangan mong kontakin, ano yung customer service hotlines, at let's face it, sometimes these insurance companies now are very impersonal with their service. So kailangan humanap ka rin ng karampatan at tamang contact people, contact persons. Kasi di ba minsan tatawag ka sa customer service, ang tagal-tagal mong nakababa doon, paikot-ikot yung recording, tapos after nag-intay ka, makakat pa yung linya. So kailangan ibang-iba po pag meron tayong talagang actual na contact person na pwedeng tawagan. Again, uulitin ko, this highlights the need for a real career financial advisor. Kasi po lahat ng trouble na yan, kung active, magaling at professional ang financial advisor nyo, siya ang susi sa lahat ng yan eh. No? Makakapag-open ka ng portal, makukuha mo lahat ng reports at maiintindihan mo dahil i-explain nila sa'yo kung nandyan sila. Unfortunately, as I've said, many of us are orphans and that's why we need to do things on our own. Next, and probably one of the most important advice that I can give you, check your beneficiaries and update them if necessary. Alam niyo po, I've worked for an insurance company. You all know I became president of one. I have been through these sad stories. You know, the wife and the mother of 2 children went to my office crying, hoping that I can give them even a small proportion of a benefit of the life insurance of the husband and the father of the kids. I can't even do that. Why? Because the husband actually bought a policy when he was still a bachelor, hoping to pass this on to a wife and kids once he gets married. Pero alam nyo, may konting irresponsibility. Hindi niya napalitan ang kanyang beneficiary designation. Ang beneficiary designation niya, yung kanyang mother. At sa kasawi ang palad, hindi magkasundo yung magbiyanan. The wife and the mother don't see eye to eye. So the mother got all the benefits because she was the legal beneficiary and she opted not to share anything with the family. I cannot do anything about it. So, how many of you would have elected beneficiaries when you bought the policy? Single pa kayo? Ngayon may pamilya na kayo. Who should be getting the benefits now? Ito pa. Dati, 2 lang ang anak mo. Ngayon, 4 na ang anak mo. Aren't you supposed to include your 2 other children as beneficiaries of the policy? Whatever the developments are that's relevant to your life, that can have an impact to the choice of beneficiaries you have. So you have to update those. Make sure that they are matched to the objectives and to the responsibilities that you have today. Lastly, inform your loved ones about your coverage and let them know what to do in case something happens. Who to call, the numbers, the paperwork. Dapat yan alam nila. Hindi yung nakatago at hahanapin pa nila. In fact, I can tell you, that isn't for you, right? That's actually for them. So dapat sila ang nakakaalam. Dapat sila ang nakakapaghawak at nakakapagtago at alam nila ang talagang lahat ng kanilang gagawin. You know, life insurance is a very important product. It's a very important financial service. But the key is this. We have to be in a position to enjoy the fruits of its benefits and make sure that our beneficiaries, our loved ones, will be the one enjoying what we have set forth for them. An insurance policy is a contract of love, but that love will not be manifested if people don't know about it, if people cannot even enjoy the benefits coming out of them. Much like any financial instruments, we as buyers, as policy holders, as owners, we have responsibilities. Huwag po nating ipagsawalang bahala. The way our insurance policies will work will largely depend on the responsibility and accountability that we will have on these products and services. I hope you take responsibility and make sure that it actually performs exactly the way you envision them to be. Again, ito po uli si Rex Mendoza from Rampver Financials. I hope that this video was helpful to many of you. I hope you give it a like, a thumbs up, and for those of you who are not yet subscribers, please subscribe and tap the notification bell so that we can inform you of our future videos like this. Again, till that time, blessings always.